document.
So we've finally arrived.
Apologies, Master, but
You are the Arisen. Follow me!
Oh, how lovely. There are few places I'll have to remember his eyes. There's some know of Fort's
Sure, patrolling, if I'm honest.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, pray be cautious, Your Majesty.
Victory is ours for the taking.
Enough! How could I have forestalled this? How dare you?
My head will roll if Forge goes awry.
Dull days for us are assigned.
It's too quiet.
Whoa! What?
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work. I must resign myself to my fate.
I'm bloody starving.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, but that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are My word! You mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers.
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. This rune turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to... I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that up...
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee, inform us about the chambers. What happened to you?
Should have set the sights lower.
You have no right.
What business have you here?
When does my watch end?
I must
There
go.
are great
I
places
get to
where
lead a
I can let
quiet
go.
life.
Lost track of time. This place is uncomfortable.
I'm a man of leisure.
Always a fresh
Still a
breeze
while to go
blowing
before we
round
shift
here.
over.
My sword arm could use some work.
That's it. I've had enough.
This is quite a quandary.
This is bad.
This is quite a
It's like lizards.
Beg pardon, sir. But you are the Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you. If you would, however, is a matter best kept from prying ears.
Surely I'm overdue a day off.
Mayhap I
work
really
as
would have
late
been
as
better
I
off in
used
Baker.
to anymore.
Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen a duplicate now rests in its place. And I must bear generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle yet. Disa's disdain for tradition. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol indeed. When the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your... And I must confess, having watched over, I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor by your hand. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you.
Reigned eternal.
I cannot afford another night of cavorting.
Such quietude is a blessing.
This armor's far from comfortable.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
Moderation is key. I up my training regime.
Whoever's my replacement's in for a boot up the arse.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work. Naught compares to a real owl.
This may require a delicate.
At last. 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
What's this? Come to admire my... Oh. To think if only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Bakbatal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we ask around?
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Whatever's to be done.
Hoy, friend! Have any time for me today? There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to... Looking at this box, it fills me. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be wheeled about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own, though it came to me through you, of course. Pray, take this with my thanks. 'Tis quite a rarity. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. Thus, I cannot say when, though I feel sure we shall in time. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
It is as you say.
Got to be something fun to do.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. And from Batar, this alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid
It seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come.
That's odd.
Phasus. Now there's a name to remember.
There is much we ought to tend to. Do not forget that we...
Our road was a long one.
Good tidings, friend. As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, and that's when I thought, mayhap I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend.
Shall we pay Miss Daphne another visit? I find myself wondering how the lass fares. Fret not, master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way. You!
Suppose that's enough for one day.
We've arrived, I see. That's...
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet ever since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that there is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as best I can. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring...
I will look after him.
I'll turn you into a pincushion.
Sir, 'tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I regret that I cannot, of not to mention, I have to find... Oh. You wouldn't happen to know you would procure it yourself? In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some... The slums are a bane to the body's humors. We do what we can with... Your aid is most appreciated, sir.
Tell it.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. If that's not the case, you are...
What should I do?
What can I do? Don't talk to me if you've...
I don't know what to do.
I don't mind a bit of danger.
I don't know what to do. What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of... That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The waters... I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. I was hoping it... I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every... Hoy, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend a thanks? So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting... Now lots of people who live nearby of the priests have been treating everyone as best they can. But there's no... I want to help them. But apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more Oh, thanks! I'll talk to the priests in the meantime. Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid. Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
Right you are.
Mayhap we ought to pay a visit to Trevo Mine and search for the armorer's wares? I can guide you there, if you wish.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
Oh, sir, pray excuse my boldness. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping... Oh, thank you. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter. Pray.
Right, just follow me.
Wouldn't say no to a bit of excitement.
Pray, light your lantern, master.
Could you come over here?
There, master! A hobgoblin! No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Pity our foe. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Here, if you please.
Is a battle won, I suppose. Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
The world seems more colourful. Would you be kind enough to hear my requests? I'm grateful to you, sir.
Follow me.
We've got goblins!
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
How many times have we come here, I wonder?
I'm sure the Arisen would not bring us here without due cause.
Oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light. The prison has been torn. Quick! Douse the flames!
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
Arisen! Are you alright?
Quite precious to me.
The walls are too close for comfort here. Should we encounter trouble, we would be at a disadvantage.
Let us conclude our business and be quit of this place. There is naught to be gained from lingering.
Speak your will, and I'll see it done.
Turn you into a pincushion.
One of us has been drenched. Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
You can't be unwelcome for an ally. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
A good sleep does wonders.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day. I'll turn you into a pincushion. That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
What is that? A tower? Nay, a statue?
We ought to take a closer look. This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Or so I've learned.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Why, thank you. I wanted to thank you for all you've done for me.
Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
Seems there are wolves on the prowl.
Quickly, Arisen! You must regain your footing.
Let the elements empower your strikes!
Shall we visit the manor as the maid bid? I can guide you there.
Oh, you came, sir. But I forget myself. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied. She is the spitting image of my young master. It is my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him...
Diana! Would you paint my mother a criminal?
Young master, I meant no of...
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows by leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid!
It was in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set still. However pressed, no man is like to hand her his... But his lordship, he employed his usual method, which is to say, poor old Gregor departed last night. I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. That tyrannical Sir Ludolf thinks he can do whatever he likes. And, well, mayhap he's right.
Good to see you, Master.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
No hurry to leave.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
Well met, sir.
Life's best taken at a leisurely pace.
Round.
No desire to leave this way any longer.
Isn't there anything to do? I was taught not to
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I know.
Hoy, Arisen. I was hoping you'd come by. You want... So, I mean, I don't know the first thing about being... Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at... Lead on.
Chaos in the world.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Ah, but in place of a reward, only if you've the time and inclination, of course. I understand.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
Nice place this. I'm every night lovely.
Working between
Wouldn't say no to a bit
And here I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims take precedence.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you...
Still looking?
Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like.
time to head to market.
Could you come over here?
Now, where was I bound again?
Nattering all day is tiring work.
It is quite seems my feet always lead me here.
You're fool enough to fall for it. Shame on you. Suppose I could visit someplace new.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
What is lost?
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be Diana. Will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And a flower from... She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a...
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your prep...
Let's see. Ah, I almost forgot.
You know, the roads... I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that...
The lands around Mel... 'Tis not only poison, the plant...
Well
Well then, I must confess, I only hope I've not... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable...